Hi, everybody. Welcome back. It's wonderful to be here again with you. And I am today going to read the first passage from my book, Transforming Suffering into Wisdom, or Mindfulness and the Art of Inner Listening. What I'd like to start with is actually a poem that is in here in the book. It starts the whole book off. And this is the poem as it's framed, and I'm going to just show you one other place that the poem comes from, because I took it from another book, the book that I had, one of my real passions in life has been to do what I always thought of as an illuminated manuscript, and it took me many years to get to doing my first of those, and there are four more that I'm working on right now, which you'll see papers behind me periodically of poems and photographs. The first book that I wrote of that sort is called A Song for Hana, and the Spirit of Leho'ula, and it's a book of poetry and photography that goes along the coast in Hana, Maui. Which is where I've been really lucky, really privileged to live part year for now over, almost 30 years. So the poem in the back of this book is called Scooping the Moon Out of the Blueberry Sky. And you can see why the photograph that I chose to illustrate it has that feeling of a blueberry sky. I changed the poem, just one word in the poem. I'm just going to read it the way I've got it here. And here, these illustrations are not mine, but I found a wonderful Dutch illustrator who helped me from a distance to craft just the right images for the text. So here's the poem. Oh, that I could leap up to the moon to dance my delight upon the sky. So nimble is this thrill in my brain, just from being alive. So maybe I will read it from the other one, just to show you that there's just the slightest of differences. See if you can find the difference. It's just a word. So here we are, scooping the moon out of the blueberry sky. Oh, that I might leap up to the moon to dance my delight upon the sky. So nimble is this thrill in my brain, just from being alive. I love the poem. It's one of my favorite poems that I've written. And what I love about it is that experience, that rush of freedom, of joy, of freshness of our spirit that we feel periodically in our lives. Often, many of us feel it multiple times in a day. Some of us, it takes longer to find. Sometimes when we're stuck in a time like we're in today, in this coronavirus fear era, and the era, what looks like a short, sharp shock of a depression coming at us, we feel depressed inside ourselves, and we forget the delight of life, the delights of life. So I try to get out. You can see I've got nature around me, so I'm luckier than many. But for years I lived in the city, and still my dream was always to experience nature more as I got more and more freedom in my life. So I encourage you, whatever you can do in this time of struggle and stress and sorrow, to remember what delights you and to move toward it. Whether it's music that you listen to at home, or connecting with people via social media or your family, or stepping outside and experiencing just the freshness of the air, even opening the window as they're doing in Italy and Germany right now, where they're locked down, and singing to each other across the street. So thank you very much for joining us today. I'll be back tomorrow with some more. Thank you.